Have you ever considered competing in jiu-jitsu?
No, for that very reason. I don't want to get obsessed. That's my number one concern. I had to quit video games.
Yeah.
When we were playing video games at the studio, I had to quit because I was playing 5 hours a day, like out of nowhere. All of a sudden, I was playing 5 hours a day. I was coming home late for dinner.
Oh.
I was ending podcasts early and jumping on the video games and playing. I get obsessed with things, and I have to recognize what that is. And these competitive things, like competitive, especially like really exciting competitive things like video games, they're very dangerous for me. The ultimate competitive video game is like jiu-jitsu. And if I was young, I most certainly would have done it. If I didn't have like a very clear career path, it was something that I enjoyed. My concern would be that I would become a professional jiu-jitsu fighter when I was young. And then I would not have the energy to do stand-up and do all the other things that I wound up doing as a career. When I was 21, I quit my job teaching. I was teaching at Boston University. I was teaching Taekwondo there. And I knew, and I also had my own school in Revere. I knew I couldn't do it right and also be doing stand-up comedy. I knew I couldn't do both of those things. There was no way.
You have to be cognizant of that obsessive force within you to make sure.
Yes. I have to know how to manage my mental illness.
Right.
That's a very particular mental illness. And I think that mental illness, again, my formative years, from 15 till I was, 21-ish, 22, those years were spent constantly obsessed with martial arts. That was my whole day. I mean, I trained almost every day. The only time I would not train is if I was either injured or if I was exhausted, if I needed a day off, but I was obsessed. And so that part of my personality that I haven't nurtured is always going to be there under the surface. And when it gets reignited by something, it's very weird. It's a weird feeling. And it can get reignited with a video game. It can get reignited with anything. That obsessive, whatever it is, that competitive demon.
Yeah, the way you talk about guitar, I know you would fall in love with playing guitar, but I think you're very wise to not touch that thing.
That's why I won't golf. I have friends who want to golf. I'm like, I ain't fucking with that thing.